Crowd of boys, peace. What's good with you boys out there? Come to talk to you boys today about semen retention and the third eye chakra. And as I've been dropping content and tapping into different sources, different benefits, and different things on this journey, lining up or having in line your chakras, to me, has been very important. That's why I come to drop this content and give you boys a different outlook on how to harness and build up our energy, what to put it towards, and how to embrace this new energy that we gain, and where to transmute this energy if you're having a hard time transmuting your sexual energy. Ultimately, you can take this energy and line up your chakras, become more of a higher spiritual being, be in tune with your energy, and being in tune with this energy and your chakras and being aware of it is very key, because this can benefit you in your everyday life as well as your spiritual journey as well. This third eye chakra is very, very important. Hopefully you have dealt with your other chakras and build your chakra system up. And if you aren't aware of it and you have been experiencing certain things in your life or what you have been going through, and you can correlate this with your kundalini rising, this is your chakra system activating. So what I'm doing is just bringing awareness, because a lot of what I go over based on each chakra are the benefits that correlates with your semen retention journey. You can go back, listen to audios on the chakras that I present, and tap into other YouTube content creators who touch on semen retention and hear them talk about the benefits. And they are the same benefits that has to do with your chakra system and the benefits that you gain when you tap into your chakra system and aligning up your chakra system. The reason why I say this is all the chakras are important, right? But certain ones, have to do with your physical, but the more spiritual ones are very important, because you are ultimately becoming or getting to your higher self. So let me jump into this, man. Like, share, subscribe to the content. The super thanks is right there on the channel. You feel the need to donate to the channel. Or if you have it in your spirit to donate to the channel, you dig, the super thanks. Look in the descriptions. All my links to PayPal, the Cashapp, and stuff like that is on the channel. I also do consultations. Reach out through the email to set up a time and date where you want to talk to the God. I'm here. Once again, I'm not trying to beat anybody over the head with ridiculous prices on consultations. So yeah, let me jump into it, man. The third eye chakra. And it was a subscriber who reached out and was enjoying the chakra audios. I appreciate you, my boy. And he specifically said, I can't wait to hear what you got to say on the third eye. So here it is, man. I'm bringing this one directly to the channel. This one is for you, my boy. I made sure that I got on this ASAP, because there's people out here that need the information. I'm willing to jump on it right away, the best on my timing that I can. But here it is, all right? Third eye chakra is the sixth chakra in your chakra system. And this chakra is the seeing chakra. Color associated with this chakra is indigo, or purple. Is a deep indigo color, or purple, right? And I like to talk about the colors of the chakra too, because once again, when I meditate, I like to envision all the colors of the chakra is representative color rising up. This has a lot to do with visualization. Excuse me. And I just like to embrace the energy and the energy of the colors. So I like to give that out as a tip if you're trying, or using meditation and visualization as a practice to transmute this energy. I just imagine the semen that I'm building up is the fuel that's charging up these chakras, and it's being aligned and it's being charged up with its colors. All right. This chakra is located between the eyebrows. So when we talk about seeing and we talk about, the location of this third eye, this has to do and represented by also the pineal gland. And I'll touch more on that, not what the pineal gland is, but ultimately this is the pineal gland being activated. And this is a more deeper spiritual thing that we talk about. And this is the seeing eye. When we see the all seeing eye, once again, people think it's wicked, something evil is the evil eye, or there's a, not crystal, but there's a charm. I have bracelets too, and I'm tapped into crystals and stuff like that. But there's a seeing eye. It's like an anti-jealousy eye. And once again, I'll talk about that too, how that correlates too. But even with the eye of Horus or the eye of Heru, that's represented by the pineal gland, or has a lot to do with the pineal gland or the third eye. That has to do a lot with the pineal gland. And the element associated with the third eye is light. And that's what you have in your pineal gland, is light. It is light that guides us to see things around us. Not with our two eyes to see things around us, but our third eye, which is spiritual. It's our spiritual eye. So when when I talk about seeing things around us, we're using a different set of eyes, or the eye that we are able to see things spiritually. This chakra deals with intuition. This is something that now we're talking about, not seeing physically, but now we're dealing with something that's inside us, and we are using our intuition, and this is what builds it up. Imagination and psychic abilities. And I just spoke on psychic abilities in a previous audio that is right now, as I speak, downloading. I just recorded an audio giving you boys motivational tips. So I don't know when you're going to catch each audio, or what order you're going to watch them in. But notice when I drop my motivational topic that I spoke on having psychic abilities and being able to pick up on other people's energies and thoughts. And I said, and I put it out there, like, it's almost like you have psychic abilities. I didn't want to touch on it too much because I knew where I was going with it, and I didn't want to tap into it without going over the third eye chakra. So once again, when I speak on certain things, I have shit to back it up with. And this is the third eye chakra, and this is how you know this is activated, or you at least have a part of it ready to go. This third eye is very spiritual, and these psychic abilities, you're able to pick up on people's energies and thoughts. And this is intuition. You'll just have this discernment about people when you're close to them and you're around them. But the element of light is not a light bulb. It's not, anything physical. It's more so inside of us, right? We have light inside of us. Light is also consciousness. Consciousness is the awareness of eternal self. And this is why we're on this semen retention journey. I always will correlate this back to the purpose of semen retention. This is about self. So this light and this consciousness is being flowed and being redirected back to ourselves. So we become more aware, more cognizant of what's going on. We have more consciousness. And external existence, the things that are around us. We're just embracing what's around us. We're able to pick up on what's around us on the external as well. Once again, these are thoughts, memories, feelings, sensations, and environments. We are able to pick up on it once when we tap into ourselves and willing to embrace it ourselves and charge up this third eye. We will be able to pick it up around other people also. You'll get a vibe off of somebody and be like, nah, I got to get out of here. You dig what I'm saying? So our environment, we're able to just know our surroundings. Also, light that produces our glow that we talk about on semen retention. People see it on us. People see the light on us. People see the glow in our aura. This is where that energy in our aura field is coming from, is vibrating. Like I said, I like to meditate and envision these colors charging up. But when you are able to really tap in, our glow and our aura, as they charge up, they start to exude out. It's something that produces a different awareness to people where they are able to pick up on it. They don't really, if they're not tapped in, they don't know what it is. If they are tapped in, they can pick up on your light and see that you have your light on. All right. An open third eye chakra, you feel intuitive with body and mind, the mental clarity. Your body transforming and picking up on these energies, and ultimately your energy being harnessed is something that you feel good about. An open third eye chakra also, you have good memory of the past and often can recall dreams in detail. And that's very important because we get our light codes and our messages through our dreams. And this has a lot to do with vivid dreaming. Your dreams become more vivid when you're on semen retention, and you lucid dream. It's almost out of body. I just had a dream last night as I woke up this morning. I just been getting rest all day. It's been my day off and stuff like that. I just been in the house, man, chilling. I'm going through some personal stuff, so my transportation is limited right now. I'm getting some work done, and it's been tough, but all in all, I've been using this time to rest. Spirit's been telling me, yo, just rest. It's my day off, so just chill out, right? But now I've been getting real rest, and I've had so many vivid dreams. I wake up from time to time, I break sleep and stuff like that. I'm a businessman also, so, I got to make sure, I'm not missing any important calls and stuff like that. But I just been having so many vivid dreams. And I'm going to give you boys tips also towards the end of this audio of, of course, how to open your third eye chakra and stuff like that. But the vivid dreams and recalling dreams and details are very important. We get our light codes and our messages, and notice light codes. This light has to be on to be able to attract these codes and attract these messages. And it's just your spirit. You dig what I'm saying? And spirits that are around you that are guiding you, your angel guides. You dig what I'm saying? It gets very deep and it's very spiritual. All right. So if you are noticing these things, your lucid dreaming, your vivid dreaming, your good memory, having that mental clarity, these are signs that your your third eye chakra is open. All right. So tap in. If you haven't noticed it, or if you are noticing these tips, or not these tips, but these details, then I'm giving you awareness that your third eye is open and you can use it more. With an open third eye chakra, a person's imagination is very strong in detail. All right. Your imagination, your creativeness builds up on semen retention. This is your imagination. Now you're able to produce thoughts. You're able to think outside the box. You have an open mind, so your imagination becomes stronger. You know what you want out of life and follow your strong intuition or gut feeling. So your intuition and your gut feelings are now starting to produce more of an impact on you. You just know what to do at a moment. Right? You know what to do. You kind of pick up on, once again, your surroundings, and you just have an intuitive spark. And this is your third eye, and this light is guiding you through these situations and whatever decisions you have to make. All right. With the third eye chakra is balance. You can experience a strong perception of your surroundings. Once again, knowing your surroundings, knowing where you're at, just being aware. This is complete awareness. All right. People with the open third eye chakra are able to think symbolically. That's why these light codes and messages that we get in our dreams, and when we vivid dream, write it down to keep track. Because the symbology in your dreams, or the symbology that's going on around you, you are able to decode these light codes. You have the power. You can transmute this power and really be able to tap in. And you are able to visualize concepts, ideas, and dreams. Now, not to toot my own horn, right? I've been doing this practice for a minute. Once again, I was on this spiritual journey and knew about chakras before semen retention, but being on semen retention just charged everything up. You dig what I'm saying? And what I wanted to touch on was being able to comprehend and visualize on concepts, ideas, and dreams, but more so the concepts and ideas, ideologies, and different concepts dealing with certain ideas. And I'm going to speak on it, religions and stuff like that. I've always had an open mind to different concepts. I always was intrigued by different cultures, because every culture doesn't go based off of or study or have their religion based off of Christianity or Islam or being Muslim and stuff like that, you know, and those are just your main religions that I'm speaking on. There's so many vast religions of what people believe in. So I've always wanted to know more about the concepts around other people's cultures and what they believe in and their religions. And I've always had an open mind. And as I dug deeper and went down certain rabbit holes, having that open mind and visualizing and being open to the concepts and ideas of other people and their culture and religions, it enhanced me and my thought process. And that helped me open up my third eye. You know what I mean? And at the time, I didn't know what I was really doing. I was just, going with the flow with it. And that's what it ultimately led me to having an open mind to things, right? So understand that to have an open mind is also opening up your third eye, because you are willing to accept these concepts. All right. You're opening yourself up to accept different ideas. All right. A blocked third eye means that a person can be closed off from their imagination and their intuition. All right. That's simple as said. These people can be insensitive, have poor memory, and experience difficulty visualizing or seeing the future. And that's another thing with having your third eye open and with your intuition and having that gut feeling. You are able to tap into the future. You can kind of tell where your outcome will be in that present moment based off your decision and where your spirit and your third eye is guiding you. With the third eye chakra being blocked, you can also experience low energy or low in energy. Someone can be known to be in denial, not accepting certain ideas or certain concepts. And once again, that low energy, that just comes from a place of releasing. You dig what I'm saying? Releasing your energy can lower down your force field, can lower down your energy, and ultimately you just drop back down in energies and stuff like that. But there's a way to raise your vibration and raise up this kundalini back up through your semen retention journey. All right. People not able to understand or want to grasp concepts and are stuck in their ways. And like I said, being in denial, they are only seeing one way and believing it's the only right way. All right. Now, I don't want to, put too much out there and, say how I feel about certain religions and people who practice them. But when you're stuck on one idea and only see it as your belief, and it's your belief, and that's your personal preference. I'm not saying change your beliefs. I'm saying open your mind up. All right. But if you're unwilling to do that, then there's some type of blockage there, because you're in denial that there's other things in the world that can enhance your knowledge and enhance your spiritual being, and not just tied to one ideology. And that's a sign of your pineal, your third eye chakra being blocked. Or I should say this too. I can say this too. Your pineal gland being decalcified. It's blocked. I'm sorry, not decalcified, but calcified. Your pineal gland is calcified, meaning there's like a residue and blockages, you know what I mean, around your pineal gland. All right. It can be difficult for these same people to picture the future or have the drive to reach goals and dreams. And when we talk about dreams also, we're talking about goals. And that's why, you know, that's inputted in there with goals and dreams, because your dreams also can become your reality. All right. So if you're having difficulty and it's challenging for you to be able to tap into that, then there's a blockage there, and your dreams will just go null and void and stuff like that. And it has a lot to do with your goals, because you're not able to envision, you're not able to be creative, you're not able to think outside of the box. So when you go into that dream world and you just saying, oh, I'm just getting sleep and I had a dream, and you're not paying attention to it, when you wake up and you're living life, it has an effect on you, because you're disregarding what messages that were sent or the messages that you're receiving, and you're not paying attention. It can be challenging also to go with your gut feeling or know what to do or to make decisions. And these are blockages of your third eye. Not going with the gut feeling, being indecisive and stuff like that is a sign that you don't trust yourself ultimately. You're not trusting your gut feeling. So you need to find validation. You need to find another outlet to prove to yourself that you're right, or prove that what you're doing is the right decision that you're making. Go with your intuition and just do it, and have trust in yourself. Your third eye is open. It can also be difficult to picture the future or have drive. Oh, I already said that. My bad. Also, a blocked third eye chakra. You can experience nightmares. And I have nightmares every now and then, and some may consider it not to be nightmares. Like, you know, having sexual dreams, I consider that a nightmare. But, you know, often nightmares, you know, continuous nightmares, or not dreaming at all. All right. That has a lot to do with your third eye being blocked or shut off. All right. And sometimes, just like light, it cuts off time and time again. And it has a lot to do, too, with diet, what you eat, what you intake. If you're not treating your body right, it'll just shut off. You know what I mean? It's an on and off switch. So if you're not aware, or if you're not tapped into it, you can experience the nightmares. And going deeper into it, people who hallucinate, you can hallucinate or daydream. Not to say daydreaming also is a good form of opening up your third eye. But if you're doing it with the intention and you're aware of your third eye, then daydreaming is good. But when you're daydreaming, you're in a daze. That shows a sign of a block third eye chakra. All right. But hallucination, and also dealing with delusion. If you're delusional, once again, this is something where it's polarity. Is a good side of it and it's a bad side. If you're delusional and your delusion is completely off whack, then your third eye is blocked. That's not intuition. That's just you thinking some bullshit. You dig what I'm saying? You just have to tap into you and know what's real, or what you're delusional about is in the right place, and it makes sense, and you're on that path, your spirit is guiding you towards that path, then that's good delusion. But if you're delusional and it's out of whack, and you don't really have the resources or a plan in place to follow up with that delusion, then yeah, your third eye is blocked. If you're just thinking a thought random and don't have things set in place, or your goals aren't in place to reach that delusion, then yeah, you're just straight up delusional and you're crazy. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, that's more deeper into having that closed third eye chakra. And this also happens with the hallucination and delusion. This also happens when you have too much energy in your third eye chakra. So this third eye chakra, like I said, is important. That's why I said it's very important, because if you have too much energy in your third eye, that same delusion, hallucination, and nightmares, that can also mean not just a blockage, but you have too much energy in your third eye. In that chakra, it's too much energy vibrating. So you got to be able to tap in and turn it off sometimes. All right. So just be aware of these things, of what I'm saying. So sometimes it's a little bit tricky. Sometimes it could be a sign of blockages, that you are experiencing the nightmares, hallucinating or daydreaming, and the delusion. So once again, this is all based off of you. This is self. So tap in, know what you're doing, have awareness, talk to yourself. I'm very key on that. Write things down, use your imagination, but be able to use your intuition and use spirit to guide you of which side you're standing on. Is it too much energy or is your light turned off? All right. So yeah, understand that too much energy too can build up. And if you're not transmuting that energy, then you need to, basically, you got to be able to tap in for real. All right. To open the third eye chakra, once again, it's just like all the other chakras. Your meditation, your affirmations, affirm to yourself specifically, whatever you're going through. But with this chakra, I am intuitive, I am creative, I am imaginative, those type of affirmations. Visualization, guided visualization too. I like to go to sleep with some guided meditation on, guided visualizations, just to, ease myself into a sleep. Or sometimes I just, and of course, sleeping with nothing on in the dark and stuff like that, and using the light that's within me to guide me through the dream world and guide my visualization. Without the guided visualization, you can create for yourself a stronger dream world and visualization. You're just using your semen retention journey as the fuel once again, and you power that up. All right. But, if you're first trying this out, I recommend guided visualization. There's a lot of that on YouTube where you can tap in to the guided visualizations. And those have been a big help for me too. And the visualization is key to open up your imagination. And this is where, the third eye, as I speak on, this is what it has to do with your imagination. And when you tap into your imagination, that's how you activate your third eye. All right. Now, I know I just mentioned, having the guided meditation with, on YouTube and stuff like that, but it's very key also in your visualization, whether you're meditating, also with guided meditations, but with your meditation and when you falling asleep, try to cut back on no TV, no video games, no phone and stuff like that. Shut that shit off for a minute and really sit there and visualize. All right. I don't want to contradict myself and say, excuse me, that I use the TV for my guided meditation, or I use, my headphones, or I wear a sleep mask with headphones in them to block out, any additional light and listen to guided meditation. But I also practice without that stuff also, and just, in complete silence, complete darkness. So that way I can tap into self more. All right. I use those certain things as tips because with me and my lifestyle, it's hard for me to go to sleep at certain times. I do overnights. So when I come in and by the time I, lay down and go to sleep, the sun is coming up. So I have to deal with the light, the sunlight. I try to close my blinds the best that I can, but sometimes that infiltrates if it's too bright. So I need additional stuff to help me and guide me. But it's key if you can, when that time comes, like last night I did it, no TV, no phone. I put my phone on do not disturb. I don't have a video game system, so I'm not worried about that. But no video games, because that takes away from your imagination. You have a system that is putting virtual reality in front of you, and that has a lot to do with what you're seeing through your two eyes, your physical eyes, and that's having an infiltration on your brain, and that's kind of closing off your imagination. Something else or somebody else has created something for your imagination, and video games is that. So try to cut back or not do it at all. Play video games and stuff like that, especially before going to sleep. All right. Practicing opening your third eye too to help your creativeness and your imagination. Coloring and drawing. This opens up your pineal gland. This opens up your third eye chakra. All right. Coloring and drawing. Very key. Just like writing in your journal. I remember back in the day, right? I didn't want this audio to be too long, but I gotta take it there. I remember back in the day, maybe when I was about 8-9 years old, and I spoke on embracing your inner child. This is your inner child also coming out. Coloring, having coloring books. How children, color. Even at work now, and I'm going to jump back into when I was a child. But even at my job now, our site manager, she lets us do little exercises where before we start our shift, she has pages of us and like crayons and, markers. And, everybody think they too cool at work because we grown. Oh, we're not going to color. Listen, I take that shit and I color. One, I do it to kill time at work, you dig? But two, it's crazy because everything is synchronizing around me. So I take that time and I color. I just did it yesterday. Actually, I went in to do a little bit of make up my hours. I was only there for 4 hours, but there was a little activity there, and it's always based around, the holiday season, if it's Halloween or, fall season. So I took it and I used all the colors in that motherfucker too, man. Like, I was using a burnt orange and, 64 colors in a crayon box. So I was using all the colors and I was using a visualization. I was practicing. My coworkers, we're talking about some bullshit with the job, but I'm sitting there coloring, my boys. So I use that outlet too, and everything is gravitating towards me to embrace that. All right. So it's little key, subtle things like that you got to be able to tap into. And once again, being aware of your surroundings and taking that opportunity to do that. All right. But if you want to go out there and get your own coloring book or get your own, sketch pad and draw, and that's what I'm gonna tap back into. Back in the day, I used to draw. I wasn't the best drawer. Me and my cousin used to draw, and he had it. He had the drawing shit down. Like he used to draw like Dragon Ball Z and all that other stuff. I just used to draw, excuse me. I just used to draw like simple stuff. But we would take that time out, and what we were doing was using our creative mind, our imagination as kids. Our imaginative mind is so in depth when we are children because we're not infiltrated by bullshit, the TV, the video games. As we get older, when we were teenagers, the pornography, having sex. Think about when you were a child. You didn't have sex on your mind at all. You didn't know what sex was. You was a fucking virgin. You dig what I'm saying? So your imagination, your creative thought process was coming out in different forms as a child. That's why we must tap back into our childlike self, because that's where everything lies. That purity, that thought process without having sex on the brain, being over sexualized, that's where it lies. And that's where our third eye chakra or our pineal gland was most open when we were children. All right. So yeah, coloring, drawing, tap into it. Go get a coloring book, my boys. There's a store, I don't know if it's around you boys. If you're in the US, it's called Five Below. They have a lot of things in there, arts and crafts and stuff like that. Be creative, man, for real. Paint. I even thought about going to a little paint and sip. That's, for adults where, you take your, whatever you like to drink on, your wine or whatever, and you go painting and you drink and sip. It's a little activity. But yeah, tap into your creative mind. That opens up your third eye chakra. Working with memory, memory sensors and stuff like that, like flashcards and stuff like that. Connecting images with your feelings. All right. Once again, this has a lot to do with visualization, but you're connecting images with your feelings, like maybe your spirit animals, right? Think of a spirit animal, what animal that you like, what you connect to, and think about your feelings, your character, and stuff like that, and try to harness your energy around that. All right. That has to do with your imagination. In dream work. In dream work, basically is going into the dream with the thought process of what you want from your dreams and having the intention of going into that dream state with an intention, with a real intention, what you envision. You want to manifest some money, you want a better relationship, you want to have a better career, whatever the case may be. You have to visualize that and make sure before you go to bed, and that's why I said before you go to bed, turn the TV off and don't play video games before you go to bed, because you're going to go into that dream world with that on your mind. So have something different, trick your mind into thinking something different before you go to bed. And that helps with dream work. Supplements I take before I leave you boys to decalcify your pineal gland and to open up your third eye chakra. It's very key. I'm sorry this is last. If you made it to this far in the audio, you already know I fuck with you the long way. I fuck with you because you fuck with me. All right. But supplements that you can take, I'm gonna give you two. Atomic Ormus. atomic ormus, all right? And this comes in liquid form and this comes in pill form. I take the pill. This decalcifies your pineal gland, and this takes away the calcium that's built around your pineal gland of all the bullshit that you've been eating, or even the content that you have been taking in. This closes and shuts that light off. All right. So you can either take the atomic ormus the first thing when you wake up on an empty stomach. That's why it's key to fast. Fasting also helps decalcify your pineal gland and open up your third eye chakra, and ultimately open up all chakras once you fast. Because this is your life force energy now flowing through you without anything infiltrating your system. All right. But the atomic ormus you can take first thing in the morning or before you go to bed. All right. And also, very simple, apple cider vinegar. This flushes out toxins, decalcifies your pineal gland, cleanses your body. So anything that you can do to cleanse helps also with your whole chakra system. That's ultimately what you're doing. And once again, ultimately your diet plays a major part in decalcifying your pineal gland and opening up your third eye chakra. All right. But those two supplements, apple cider vinegar, flushes all that bullshit out. And then your atomic ormus. I know I said I was going to give you two. I didn't want to make the audio too long, but fuck it. It is what it is. Like I said, if you made it this far, you're getting good information. The last thing I'll say, and this helps with vivid dreaming, is something called, hold on one second. It is called, what is it, man? Damn, this is a good one. Just bear with me 1 second. I gotta go back further into my notes to get this one. All right, my boys, I got it. My bad about that. It's called valerian root. And that also, you can find it on Amazon. You get it in pill form, but I take the liquid. I haven't had it in a minute because I've been having vivid dreams without it. So I didn't feel the need to get it. I've been using other supplements, but yeah, man, those three things. The apple cider vinegar also helps with the gut. That's why it says, the gut feeling is connected to it. So you clean out your gut also. That's considered your second brain in your gut. So the apple cider vinegar, your atomic ormus, and valerian root. Valerian root has specifically to do with having vivid dreams. So those supplements can help you out with your imagination, cleaning out your gut, decalcifying your pineal gland. You dig? So with that, my boys, as always, I hope this information reaches you and you can use it and benefit you. Peace out, love, and peace.